personal speech, all peaceful with you. Today I want to introduce a new artificial intelligence of many that we have already presented here. But this one is basically, for me, the best of all. And I'm talking about Julius. And here's to you having an idea. This artificial internet tool, she can do data analysis of files from your computer. So for example, I have this here. And notice that he has an evolutionary, month by month. Here are the people and how much each one sold. So here we have some values for sale of each person. What that Julius AI she can do for us. Basically a full analysis in a matter of seconds, including assembling for us not only the code, but formulas and even analyzes, complex with graphics. And when I come back here in my browser, take a look, this one is Julius AI, and I will show you how much is absurd to me. No one has spoken of this tribe artificial yet, because it's amazing what she does. And best of all, is that most of the things you can use here for free will break a hell of a branch for you. So, subscribe here on the channel that we bring a lot of content. In general, there is LibreOffice, Excel, and mainly Google's. That is our focus. But today we are going to talk a little about Berlin. Well, the first thing you will access is this link July period. And then I will leave the link here in the description. But it's really easy for you to research, okay? And plain there with pointed eyes will already appear. Then just create a registration. The quick thing. And this is his home screen. He has several things here in this hidden menu. But we're really going to use this new trade here. Alright, because here we can make an analysis, complex, and talk to the audience. For her to analyze the data and pass on the information. So let's give one overview here of what I want. I'll try to ask him for one line chart. And I know it will get to full, but it's just to see if he can create this line chart. 200,000 lines there. But it's just for you to understand how it works and how it is. Creating the code behind it does it. And we will ask for information. Analysis of this database here it is. So after you brought the file there, could be Google Sheets Zoo link, or it could be a Dexel, LibreOffice worksheet, Planilla. Then you have there. From tool you can climb here. So I come in new trade. And we're going to come in these clips here. I don't sing to. Are you seeing? And I will click upload file. In the free version you can only upload one at a time. Beauty, so I will click here on my. And he will already go up. Upload right there. From this database for us. Ready, he already went up there. It's all in English, but you can send the command in Portuguese. So if you suddenly doesn't speak English very well there, which would be important to you too, you can also speak in Portuguese with artificial intelligence, even because it is an artificial intelligence, right? Then notice that he even gives a summary here for us, saying, look at this file. It contains month 2 month sales, right? And we have 15 individuals there. Each line represents a person. Each column represents the month and the year. Finally, we have some information here. He already understood more or less what is there. And he even does it for pictures. But we can see this in other classes. And now we basically go talk as if we had GPT inside the chat. No matter how messy you get, I will order a line chart showing an evolutionary. So I will put here of lines showing one evolutionary. And then even not to get too big, I will put here of the for main sellers. Beauty then asked for a line chart showing the evolution of the 4 top sellers. I will give here enter. It will connect with artificial intelligence, and he's going to give us that feedback and repair. I sent it here in Portuguese. He has already told us here that he will create this graph of lines showing top for sellers throughout the year. And notice that it starts running a code in Python to give this answer here to us. So this is all he's doing here. He is doing this analysis, and he is already doing the graph there. He didn't bring me here the main for. But okay, you can put here that he didn't do the analysis. Correct. He'll take this as feedback to learn. But it already comes back here for people who shows sales trends over the months. For Michael, Jessica, distrustfully, i.e., he took this one right. These for as the main sellers. And then we have some key questions here, right? So basically, what were the best performing months for every seller? So, I don't need to do function. I don't need to make any formula. Gigantic to calculate. Make a ranking. Take the biggest ones and take every data. Because he will give in the options here. And based on that question I asked him here, he has already entered here to identify the best performance for each seller. Let's analyze the data and find the month with higher sales value for each. And he created a table for us here. And on this little board, he made the best month of each one here, where he sold X value, and he brings here, just for everyone. Let's go back here in our database and let's beat if this is really right. Okay, I'm going to go here a little in the corner. I will decrease, and I'm already increasing it for you, and I'm going to put it here anyway. Bigger because here I can take it, the highest value within a matrix. In this case, my matrix is going to be this whole line right here. Put on a comma, one that is the 10th or 10th value, right? Which is not that if we call it Kesimo. That's why he has this little house, which is just for us to get the first highest value of Macon, no case. And I will close parentheses here. I will give a enter. He returned me here for 1,379. I will drag my function, just for us to have more or less an idea that he made. So, when I have 4,379, that was Macon's greatest value, and that value he sold in April. When I come back here at Julius AI and repair, that Michael has just 4,379 in the highest value, and he came back here for us the best month. If I had to do this kind of analysis, and also make a pro that sees inside Excel, for us to have this ready here. Here I don't have a ready formula, but I have simply the complete database for us, and notices that we can also export this data. So if you need, you can download this chart here. And look how cool, even if we ask. He has also done an analysis with the graph, showing the best performance of each. And we can also ask, for example here, what were the worst, as was the sales for each one too. So notice the second option here, how each seller's sales compare to each other. So, we can do some analyses and questions that usually personnel working with data analysis have to explain. Depends on a manager or an area. So, we can have this analysis more complete. The same way I'm in a trade. So I'm inside a chat together with Julius AI can ask a question beyond what is recommended to him. So, I want to know here, what are in sales then? I'll give you an enter here, and I'll wait for him to return it to me. What are these to biggest? Let's see if he will bring that right information. He can bring wrong too, because it's an artificial intelligence that you're learning along with us, or if he'll be able to catch us there really. What are the 2 best months? Again, it's generating an impact code here. That's really cool. You see artificial intelligence showing you exactly what she's doing to get this data. Just notice the following. We asked them here what it is. The 2 best months, and he actually brought it to us. Who are the 2 best sellers, right? And in cases like this, you can go evaluating, saying that one wasn't, and then you can give feedback. So for example, this one wasn't the answer I needed. He almost got it right. He brought the sellers there. So for all cases of infections, it is important that you see the data and not just go out copying what was generated there. Here you will give your feedback, saying what happened. He brought names instead of months, or months instead of names, and then you get used to artificial intelligence. Remembering that when you create an account at Julius AI, and this is a very important point, it adapts like the GPT chat, i.e., it adapts to the way you analyze the data, the way you ask what you ask. He will collect information about you. It's even kind of bizarre. And the way you ask, to be able to analyze this data and better adapt to what you want. Then, in our example, it was even important to have gone wrong, because in our example, I can explain to him what happened. An artificial intelligence, learning together and improving as you use it. So the more you use from Ulysses, smarter she gets, and more assertively it brings this data. Closed. If you like this type of content, I recommend that you watch our playlist here about artificial intelligence that I will leave on the final screens. And also one other very interesting suggestion for you. Closed then, by area, that I see you in one of these video lessons.